and welcome to Smash Writing. This is Wesker, and today we're talking about The Matrix, directed by the Wachowski sisters. It's been a while since I talked about a franchise, because I had to catch up on movies from last year. I got sick at the beginning of this year, then sick in February, then Rotten Tooth. It's just been a fucking hassle. 2025 sucks. Complete ass. But we're going to shake all that off. We're going to jump back into The Matrix from 1999. Alright, with that said, let's dive in, shall we? This movie opens with a phone call. We hear two people talking about the newest person they're looking at. One guy's unsure, and one woman asks if this is a secure line. Despite the fact he said, yeah, it's not. The police have surrounded the building, have invaded the room she's in. Outside, the feds show up. They're a little pissed off that the police have acted, and are like, no, your men are already dead. And sure enough, they've gotten their ass kicked in. She's on the run. She leads a little chase that breaks all kinds of laws of physics, making it to the phone before the dump truck crushes it, and they proclaim that she has escaped. But they know the target's name. Neo. Sure enough, we go bounce off to see a guy named Thomas Anderson. His hacker name is Neo. And he's woken up to see a message on his computer telling him to do so, and to follow the White Rabbit. His client arrives, and he's trying to invite him to the club, and the woman he's with has a White Rabbit tattoo. So it's off to the club, and we meet the woman from earlier, Trinity. And it's all about what is the Matrix. And she's got a warning from him that they're already watching. And he wakes up in bed late for work. After getting scolded by the boss, he gets a package, which is a cell phone and a phone call from the one and only Morpheus, warning him that they're already there. It's the feds. Morpheus tries to lead him out of the office, but he chickens out, and he gets caught by the agents. And he does tell them off, and then they take away his mouth, and then have a bug, literal bug, enter into his belly button. He wakes up back in the bed. Morpheus tells him where to meet. After getting that bug out of him, we meet Morpheus, and we get the classic red pill, blue pill. Blue pill, he wakes up back at home. Red pill, you keep on going, and you find out what the Matrix is. But there's no going back. He takes the red pill. Then he wakes up surrounded by machines. He gets dumped out and collected, and arrives at the ship with Morpheus and crew. The Nebuchadnezzar. I'm going to say that one time only. Nebuchadnezzar. We learn what the Matrix is. Actually, before we learn what the Matrix is, we have to learn what year it is. The year is 2199, which is not 1999 that Neo thinks it is. And that there was a war between humans and machines. And no one knows how it started, but they do know it was humans who scorched the sky. And in retaliation, the machines took humans to act as batteries. Which is, thank you, production house, for making that weird. Now they farm humans. They got them plugged into a computer simulator known as The Matrix. Neo has a hard time accepting all of this, but whenever he's calmed down, Morpheus informs him that it had been foretold by the Oracle that there would be someone born within the Matrix who would be the chosen one, who could lead humanity out of the Matrix and wake them up. And Morpheus believes Neo is the one. Get it? So, we get a bit of a montage here. First, he learns some fight techniques. He spars with Morpheus. He fails a jump simulator where we learn that if you die in the Matrix, you die in the real world because your brain makes everything real. And then from there, we learn about who the feds were. Those are called agents. They're made by the machines. They're guarding everything. They are the key masters that they're going to eventually have to beat. No one has done that yet, though. But Morpheus believes Neo will become that one. And when it's time, he won't even have to dodge the bullets. It's coming. We learned that Cypher is plotting with Agent Smith to turn over Morpheus for the Zion access codes. But it's time to go see the Oracle. And we get to see him, little boy, and the truth is there is no spoon. And then the Oracle. And she confirms his suspicion that he is not the one. and that he is waiting on something and she doesn't know. Maybe it's another life, but does inform him that there's a big problem. Morpheus is going to sacrifice himself for Neo, and Neo's going to have to decide whether or not Morpheus dies or he will die. Morpheus wants to hear none of this when he comes out, which he really should, because when they get to the exit, it's all been changed. Their exits are gone, and Morpheus sacrifices himself to get caught by the agents, and Trinity literally pulls Neo away. Cypher, unfortunately, makes it back to the exit first, and shoots Dozer and Hank, and is taunting Trinity as he pulls the plug on Switch and, I believe, Ajak. But before he could do the same to Neo, Dozer wakes up and shoots him and gets him out. But Neo wants to go back in. And he believes, now he confesses that he's not the one, but he does believe that he can get Morpheus out safely before Morpheus coughs up those Zion codes. Trinity goes in with him, tells him off when he says no, and we get the big fight sequence. And they take out the lobby, blow it up at the end, fighting on the roof. When Neo dodges the bullets, he does get grazed by one at the end, and Trinity kills an agent, which is glossed over incredibly fast. Morpheus made a big point of pointing out how none of them has ever killed an agent. Trinity does, and it just doesn't matter. Moving on, they manage to save Morpheus. They get him to an exit. She's going to confess something to him, but she picks up the phone just in time as Smith shoots it. So she gets out, but Neo's stuck. And he does fight and hold his own, but at some point he realizes this is just a waste of time. Oh. Let's see if you can help me out here, buddy. You're choking me a little bit too much. But meanwhile, in the real world, the Sentinels are about to attack the ship. They can't use the EMP while Neo's inside of it. So they have to wait for him to get to that exit. And he's just about there when he runs straight into Smith, and a clip full of bullets to the chest puts him down. Can you imagine if that would have been the end of this movie? That's a what-if story right there. But it doesn't put him down for long, because Trinity confesses her love to him in the real world. And that was what the Oracle told her, that she would fall in love with the man who would become the one. And with her confession, Neo gets back up. He stops the bullets in midair. He makes Smith's attack look like nothing before diving inside of him, blowing him up from the inside. The other two agents bolt. He gets to the phone in time so they can blow the EMP, and we end off with a warning to the Matrix pretty much on the phone that he's coming for them, he's going to wake up everyone, and he flies away. That's the Matrix. One of the pros of the Matrix, it's a fucking classic. These scenes are memorable. It changed action movies in Hollywood for decades. Probably still today, you probably still see its effects in Hollywood. The fight sequences were crisp. The computer effects and special effects were amazing. The cast was stellar. There, Lawrence Fishburne, Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss. Those three, their chemistry together were amazing. The support cast around them was amazing. Hugo Weaving, fucking incredible. His Agent Smith, wow, kick-started here, and we'll be talking more about him in the sequels. Man, the bedrock for him being one of the best villains of all time is really cemented in this movie. This is dialogue. And when he was grabbing Morpheus by the face, he's like, "I need to be free. Get me out of here." It's incredible. Just all the movie stuff. Then you got to dive into the philosophical stuff. And you have anti-establishment, you have anti-corporations, you have a bit of anti-government in here. You have breaking free of social norms to be who you really are, which kind of speaks to a whole new level when you're looking at it through 2025's fucking lens and all the shit going on today. And you add in sexism whenever Neo first meets Trinity and he goes, I thought you were a guy. And she kind of goes, oh, most guys do. And she just kind of rolls with the punch on that one. And then you add in the trans allegories here with Switch character, which I think they should go back to. With Switch, the original idea for Switch being that I can't quite remember which order it would be. Switch would be female in the Matrix and male in the real world, or vice versa. They should fucking revisit that idea in the next installment. That's a great idea. And then you also add in the fact that Agent Smith's entire thing in this movie, when it comes to Neo, is dead naming him Mr. Anderson, just continuously through this trilogy. He only refers to Neo as Neo 2 times. One, because he was talking to somebody else to pass on a message to him and wouldn't understand Anderson. And when the Oracle talked through him. Every other time it is Mr. Anderson. And it's just the first movie. The philosophical branch from here is insane. And it goes so many different places. And that's, I'll do like a review and then like the philosophical shit on its own. Cons. Seriously, why the fuck does that, like, I see a few people do it, but like, more people should be talking. More, that should have been more of a talking point with Trinity being the first one to kill an agent. And, I don't know, you got those crazy red pillars who are fucking weirdos, but I'm sure I'm not giving them a platform here to talk about it. There's no cons. This is just fucking epic movie. Came out the right moment. Struck fire. It's probably been spoofed more than any other movie. Hey, S tier movie. What else could I possibly give it? Alright then. As always, have a good day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever, wherever you are. And bye-bye.